I'm going to tell you, right now you need to be quiet because for about 10 seconds you're being placed under arrest for obstruction.
You're being disrespectful to me as a public servant. I haven't committed a crime.
Are you going to identify yourself, yes or no?
I'm with my wife.
Okay, you're under arrest for obstruction.
For what? Obstruction of what? Where's the crime? What's the crime?
I just told you.
What's the crime?
I just told you.
What is the crime that you did? What is the crime that she committed? Because there's no one there.
Get inside the vehicle, sir.
Come on, man.
Get inside the vehicle, sir. Get inside the vehicle now.
I'm a man just like you are. And our world is being under attack.
But you're not
Our
acting
world
like
is being, I am too. How dare you treat me like that, man? Our world is being under attack, and I'm standing on the law. And
No,
what's the
you're
shame?
not.
No, what the shame is that badge. I'm getting in the car.
Can we
Let's
just,
go.
can we,
And that
weapons on
badge,
your
come
person?
on, man. I just showed your supervisor I was unarmed. Come on,
I'm not
man.
my supervisor.
Yeah,
I
I
was
don't.
busy dealing
Yeah,
with
but
her.
y'all work together.
Okay.
He's following you.
can we
and right
please
now,
just
you're
go,
denying my
can we
rights.
please just go home to our kids?
That's what you're doing right now. Come on, man. That's my papers and things,
It's
man.
called search incident to arrest.
No.
Remember I told you you're under arrest.
No, I'm not under arrest. You're
Yes, you
detaining
are.
me. This
Can we
is an
please-
unlawful arrest.
Sir,
This is false imprisonment.
sir,
I can't believe you guys get mad at people for standing on their rights, man.
sir,
And this is what we're supposed to be doing,
sir, can
man.
we please go home to our kids?
Why are you doing this?
Can we please go home
Why
to our
would you do
kids?
this, man?
You choose not to pay. You can choose to
Why would
sit
you
here
do
and
this?
obstruct my
I'm
investigation,
not
and that's on
obstructing
you.
you. You're
Can
the
you
one
please-
attacking me and my family.
Can we please go home to our kids?
All right, man. Step right here in front so that you're on camera.
For what?
Because everything's on camera. That's how we operate. Do you have a driver's license somewhere inside that vehicle? Does he have a driver's license or an ID?
I think it's at home. We just came to get bunk beds for our kids, and they're waiting for
28
us.
Central, it's only 10:15. At this time, one adult male, one male.
We just want to go to our kids. We just came to get bunk beds,
You came to get bunk beds.
and we just want to go back
Okay.
home to our kids.
Your vehicle is non-compliant with what's required by law
Right, I
to be on the
understand
road.
that. I understand
Okay.
that. For what you're saying.
And I pull you over,
Right.
okay? I'm asking you for your driver's license and your insurance information, okay? Which, by the way, you, I presume, still looking up.
Well, I haven't really had a chance to. I just typed it in, but okay, go ahead.
Well, that's what you told me you were doing on your phone.
I'm getting it right, but
Okay.
I haven't had a chance to
So,
since you put it in.
I asked for that. He decides he wants to interject himself in my traffic stop. And he wants to sit there and tell me everything I'm doing is illegal. What's the crime? I'm trying to explain it to him. Then I ask him to do what he's legally obligated to do, which is identify himself. He wants to have a conversation with me and interject in my traffic stop. Then he does legally have to identify himself to me if I ask him to. I have asked him to, time and time again. And instead of talking to me, and all he's got to do is identify himself. He ain't got no warrants. He's got nothing to worry about.
Yeah, he
Y'all are
doesn't.
fixing to be on your way.
Well-
but instead, hold on. But instead, he wants to sit there and argue with me.
Well,
Okay? And instead of doing what needs to be done, I got a traffic stop to conduct. He wants to obstruct me doing my job. He goes to jail. I'm not doing this to your kids. He's doing this to your kids. Okay?
do I get to talk at any point?
You can now. You asked for an explanation. I gave it to you.
Okay, well, you don't have any idea.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
I want you to listen. Okay.
I'm listening. I've
have
just got to run your information to you.
No idea what we've been through at the hands of law enforcement.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I
right.
don't know what you've been through.
You couldn't imagine. And it's not any crimes that we've committed. It's discrimination that we've experienced since December.
Okay.
We have our children were kidnapped using M16s because a social worker lied, and she admitted under oath that she lied and said that she said we had weapons, which she lied and said that was in North Carolina. So I had fled domestic violence, and through that he found us. Now after the domestic abuser.
Okay.
So they came.
He's not the
no,
one you came
no,
from?
no. He's my protector.
Okay.
So they came full force, 20 cops with the M16s, and took our babies to the person who called them. We had to wait 7 days for a hearing. When we got our hearing, They were ordered to return our children to us, but they did not. He went to where they placed the children, took them, and brought them to Oklahoma. And since we've been in Oklahoma, we've been discriminated against. People are just so mean to us. They've just been very mean to us, and you don't understand what it's like to be black in America. And you know that there's a lot going on with you guys and our people.
I'm gonna ask you to stop right there.
Well, I'm just letting you know.
I know what you're doing. I know what you're saying.
How he feels is justified.
No,
That's all I'm saying. It is, because you haven't experienced what we've experienced. That's it.
Okay. You haven't experienced what I've experienced.
That's true. Right, but we're not messing with you though. But we're not messing with you though.
I wasn't messing with you. I'm doing an investigation. I'm doing my job. Have I ever pulled a gun on you?
That's
No.
extreme.
Have I ever taken your kids? No. Have I ever used the fact that you're black against you? No.
I don't
You
know.
don't know me because you've never met me.
I don't know, but I know that he's asking
My name
questions.
is Officer Foster.
And,
Okay.
and he's not getting
I
his
don't know
questions
his name.
answered though, because
he
he's
doesn't
black.
listen.
He talks different than you,
No.
so you feel like he's being hostile.
No. He
but he's
overtakes the
not.
conversation.
But that's not a reason to arrest someone though, because he
It
overtakes
is
the
when you
conversation.
refuse. No, when you refuse to do what you're told.
Well,
What is your
but what
ask?
about him asking his questions that he's being asked and he's not getting them answered? Like, what about the fact that he's saying your oath to the Constitution, which is a
What about
fact, but nobody
about it?
wants to talk about it?
No.
And the fact that those constitutional
Starting
violations,
to do the same thing he did.
no,
You're talking
is what
and not listening.
have us out here. Is the officers not honoring their oath to the Constitution is why we're here. We don't even
No. Hold on.
live
Let me
here.
explain. Let me explain something to you. Okay. I'm gonna explain the same thing I tried to explain to him. Okay. What you consider my oath to the Constitution and what you guys consider my duty comes from a slanted point of view of what the media feeds you. Not
Not me, but I hear
I go
you.
to training. I have a classes that we take that tell me this is my job. This is what I do, and that's how I do my job. Which is why I don't worry about it when he says things like, "I'm going to see you in court." I don't care. That's your right.
He said
If you
that.
don't like it, take it to court. That's
Well,
your right.
I'm
I
not
don't
going
care.
off the media. I'm going off of I read the Constitution and I know it
Correct.
protects citizens from government.
From what?
From
What did I-
government.
what did I do that you need protection from?
You put him in. You locked him up because he was asking
No,
questions because
no.
nobody wanted to answer about the oath.
And there it is. There it is, right there. He is under arrest for failure to identify, which is called obstruction of justice, obstruction of an officer's investigation. Okay, that is why he is under arrest, not because he talks too much, not because he wants an answer to an oath question. I gave him plenty of answers to plenty of questions. All he had to do was provide me with his name and date of birth. He doesn't want to do that. Therefore, he is now in my car under arrest.
I think, but
That
we,
is on him, not on me.
I think
and
we
it's not
both
on you.
disagree that he doesn't want to do that.
I
I think
don't
that-
care if you disagree.
I don't. There's
The
not
law
a
says he
time
has
limit.
to.
Is there a time limit on how long he has to give you that information? Can he
You're
get his
asked-
answer,
I'm fixing
his
to tell you.
question
I'm fixing to
answered?
tell you. I'm fixing to tell you. You're asked, then you're told, then you're compelled or forced. That's how it works.
And you don't
Okay.
feel that his question deserves
His question,
any...
his question was answered. He just doesn't like the answer that he got.
No,
There's a big
nobody
difference.
answered about the oath.
Does he have ID inside this vehicle?
No, he doesn't. It's at the house. And I need to call my kids because my son just called me. You can't search the car. It's not in
Well,
there.
actually, at this point, I can search
No.
his area because his area is where he should have an ID, and if he's not willing to,
Well,
he's
it's
not willing
in
to.
there.
He's under arrest, which gives me the ability to search everywhere. It's called his domain, so everywhere he can reach from sitting in that seat is for a place for me to search. It's called search incident to arrest, a vehicle exception. It's all spelled out in the laws, in the Oklahoma state statutes.
But can I say
Okay.
something? Okay,
So-
now, like I said before, the Constitution is for citizens to be protected from government, right? And the Constitution doesn't say you can search his general area. It says that you can't do a search without a warrant. That's what-
Actually, that's not what it says. It's called an exception to the warrant rule.
that's not in
And
the
all you got to
Constitution.
do is
though.
look it up.
But
Yes,
that's not
it
in
is.
the
There's called subsections. Look it up. That's fine by me. I need you to stand right over there in front of my car so that the camera remains on you. Please and thank you. Do you have an ID?
It's not in there. I just told you it's at the
I'll
house.
tell you what. We'll do it this way.
He might.
Are you gonna give me his name and date of birth?
How about
He's
if
your husband, so you can.
right? How about if we make an agreement? If
I don't
you
make
answer
agreements,
his
ma'am. I follow the law.
right, exactly. I'm not asking you to do anything unlawful.
So I'll tell you what.
So
here's the way it works.
he will likely tell you his name and date of birth if you answer his question. What about?
I'm
you
done
wanna try
answering
that?
questions for people that aren't doing what they're supposed to do legally. Now, you have an option. You can give me his name and date of birth, or we wait here until my sergeant shows back up,
Oh, he's coming back.
and then we'll go ahead and do what we got to do there as far as vehicle goes. Okay, and then he goes to jail.
What, you gonna look for his ID, which is not in there?
I don't know that, do I?
Well, I'm telling you that it's
We know
not.
it's not
but
on his person.
do you want to try to ask him again?
Does a normal person drive over an hour away from home without their wallet?
He didn't drive.
Their driver's license, their credit cards, all that.
He didn't.
Okay, ID.
He didn't drive though.
Okay, you're not listening. Does a normal person
No,
drive
a normal
away from their home over an hour from their home with absolutely nothing on their person?
Does a normal person shoot people who are unarmed?
Have I ever shot somebody?
I don't know. I'm just asking.
You
I'm
don't
talking
even know
about
if I've ever shot
normal. I'm
anybody
not talking about
with
you.
an unarmed
I'm
person.
talking about you. I'm
But you're
talking
dealing
about
with me.
normal people.
You're not dealing with somebody else. You're dealing with me, right?
You don't understand. You don't know
No, I
what
don't.
it's like to be us. You have
So is his
no
last name
idea.
Vic as well?
Let's ask him. Let's ask him if he'll tell you now.
Are you going to identify him?
Yeah, let's see if he'll tell you. I think he might tell you now. Let's see.
Why? Because he's under arrest? You think he might
No,
tell me?
because I mean, he knows he wants to go home to our kids, and he just knows that we have rights, and we're tired of our rights being violated. And
Nobody here is violating your rights.
Yeah,
but
all right, sir.
I am trying to tell you that we've been on this traffic stop
for too long,
for
yeah,
how long when this could have literally been, hey, ma'am,
I know.
you need to fix that light right there.
Right.
You need to put a light on it over your
right,
tag. And done.
I know.
But your husband doesn't want to do that. So my question to you is, are you
He's
willing to
asking
identify him?
questions. Let's ask him if he'll identify himself.
Stand here. Stand here. All right, sir. At this time, are you willing to identify yourself? All right.
I told you.
Hunter. It's 2 days and 1 internet. What's your date of birth, Mr. Hunter? Hang tight, be right back.
I told
Your ID
you.
out of Oklahoma or North Carolina?
Who'd you tell?
I'm telling him that it's not that he's not trying to give him his information. He just wanted his question answered.
Well,
What-
see, I answered it, but he didn't like the answer.
I didn't hear the answer.
Well, he said that he said, well, that is,
That wasn't the question.
we all take an oath, yes.
Right, but when he asked you, you said you're not going to talk about that.
Because I'm not going to stand there and hurt people.
Well, that's the
But that's
answer
the
that's
thing is,
always
you get
given.
pulled over, you have to go with what's going on.
I
Whether,
understand that,
So-
but it was a simple question that he asked. And
it's-
for to say,
the problem is, the simple question that he was trying to ask, we're not trying to get into that right at that.
Right.
We're trying to identify people, because you guys could have been gone on your business.
right.
Most of the time when people do that, they have warrants. And I'm not saying he does.
No, like I just told Officer Foster, you have no idea what our family has been through at the hands of the law enforcement entity. And it's not any crimes we committed, but you could not imagine
Okay.
what our children have been put through. And it's because
We're
of
not the
officers
same as
not honoring their oath. And so for him to just say, are you on your oath? To say, I'm not going to talk about that. It's different than saying yes, what should it be?
And back here, I did answer his question, but he would not identify.
Well, there was a lot going on back here. Being arrested at the same time.
He's not under arrest.
Oh, he was put in handcuffs then
Okay.
at the same time. But the simple idea, just say yes. Yes, I'm on not going to argue about that. When the simplest question is, are you on your oath? And it really could be yes, but that, for some reason, the rebuttal is always, I don't want to argue with you. I'm not going to talk about it. Why though? Because that should be an honorable thing. That should be something to be proud of,
Because the biggest problem is when we try to do our job and then we get stuff, it makes it look like there's something else going on. Now, if his tone would have been a little different,
Yeah, that's what I said.
we
He
might
doesn't
have
like
been
the way he
able to
talks.
just talk and figure this out.
Yeah, I mean,
But
we're
being
black, so we
escalated,
talk.
I'm not saying that, but he's worked up about it.
Yeah, like I said, you have no idea what we've been through.
And I
Could not. You
I
couldn't
can't
imagine.
say that.
You could not imagine. And it's what brought us here. We're not even, we're on the list, but it's a long story. But it's the worst. Our kids have been so jeopardized. And it's been unnecessary. And if people were honoring their oath, it would happen, but so I knew he would give it to him because he's not trying to obstruct. He just wants to before we start this conversation,
Well, but the thing is it switches to a different level. We ask a simple question, and you ask a question with a question. You answer back with that question.
He started the question first. The asking for the ID happened after the asking about the answer the oath question, and he came back with the
Let me
ID.
answer something. When he came up to talk to me, and he asked me for your ID, if he would have kept quiet, it would be. But he interjected himself into it. Now we move to the next level. And by the state of Oklahoma, he has to identify it now.
Like I said, he's been through a lot, so I expect him to protect us, I expect him to. He's going to, just because of what we've been through. He's gonna protect me. He's gonna do everything he can. Is the grocery store closed? Lordy.
Which was all I was going to give her
It
all
may
along.
be.
Just let her know, hey, we need
What time did
we need a light over your tag so it can be red. And that
Closed at 9.
is it's hanging there.
Oh.
Needs to be taken off.
There were
the
people
vehicle.
coming out when we got here. We weren't here at 9, were we?
That's it.
Yeah, we got to went on the stop for 30
I
minutes.
wouldn't even ask you to identify until you came to me. Now, much like you're afforded protection, reasons for protection, so am I. Okay? And knowing who you are helps protect me, helps me do my work. Okay? So next time, you want questions answered, anytime you're doing law enforcement, I'm trying to give you some heads up, okay? Identify and ask questions. They say identify, like, okay, here's my name of birth, or here's my ID, and then be like, hey, answer some questions. Because you know what? You got no problem answering questions. As long as we get the opportunity we don't know who we're coming to. Y'all make sure get that fixed.
Okay, yeah, we have the thing in the car. We just have to reattach it.
That's all I'm saying. The Fourth Amendment protects my privacy. You came
If
to
you don't
me.
say anything, you're absolutely right. When you come talk to me, start getting on with me.
Yeah.
We're gonna die, we're gonna cage, we're scared. No, we're not. Mom, we had stopped in a light, and we're going down that big dark scary road, and we stopped in a light, and then, there was a house had a light, and this man, he was just standing at the door, dark figure just staring at us. I'm terrified. Helping us up.
I'm all the way in Perry. Where are you guys?
Good. Paris?
Exactly.
You in Paris?
Perry.
We're almost at the house.
All right, go ahead and get there. Let me know when you. Let me know when you get there. Makai, I'm on my hotspot. Kai. Makai. I'm on my hotspot. You need. Let me know when you get to the house. Okay.
There's no way around that shit. So all I'm saying to you is, we can't take a stand. We can't push it back. That fucking flag, that fucking badges, that we out here for real, we can make that shit real. We can. Because the law that you fool yourself to really does work.
Yeah, I'm just checking on you.
Love you, wait. Have a good night.
Alright. Huh?
Where y'all at?
Still in Perry?
What is that?
About 40 minutes away. Open the door for me. They're closed.
Oh, it's closed?
Yeah.
You say you're getting an appointment?
We got one. I gotta go get another one tomorrow.
You're putting that where?
Huh?
Here? You putting it in here?
Where? In your room.
Where are you putting it at?
Well, it's two of them. So, you want it in your room.